Hello, welcome to JW Military Finance. I'm your host, JW. Today we're going to be talking about the single most important thing that you should be doing with your thrift savings plan. But first, subscribe to this channel, give this video a like, share my content with your friends. The single most important thing you should be doing with your thrift savings plan. Yesterday was my 18-year mark in the Navy, and I did what I do every year on a even year anniversary in the Navy. I increased my TSP by 1%. In fact, I increased my TSP by 1% every time I receive a pay bump, whether that's a promotion, a end of year, or a end of year not a promotion, but the annual pay raise, or your biannual increase when you go over the 12, 16, 14, 18, whatever year mark you're hitting, that you're getting that annual pay raise on or biannual pay raise on. Got me looking back, where there was a lot I didn't know when I was a junior sailor. There was a lot I did wrong as a junior sailor. I left my money in the G fund for like 5 years, and then when I finally started moving it out of the G fund, I put it in like 20% in the I had no clue what I was doing. I just knew I needed to get it out of the G fund. But the thing that I kept steady through my whole career was probably after, I won't say the whole career, but probably after year 5 or 6, all right, what I did right is that I continuously increased my TSP by 1% at all of those milestones. Now, when I joined boot camp, I had it only at 2%, and I actually went back yesterday and I looked at all of this stuff, and I left it at 2% until about my 6th year in the Navy mark, where I bumped it up to 5%. And that's when I started really looking at everything, and when I really started moving around and trying to figure things out. And then in 2010, I bought into the Life Cycle 2050 fund when it was brand new at the $10 a share, and I left it in that fund until probably about 2017, when I started doing the CS&I, and now I'm just CNS. But one thing that I did from about that 6 or 7 year mark was, at all of those milestone wickets, I increased my TSP by 1%. And even though I didn't know where to be putting the money, or what was the best thing to be doing with the money, those 1% increases, now 12 years later, I am seeing the dividends and the payouts of it. Why do I say to do those 1% increases at those time requirements and those career wickets? The thing is that it's right before or right when you're getting a raise traditionally. So because you're getting a raise, you're not going to see or feel that 1% increase as much as you would if you just did it on any given month. Now, if you can do it on any given month, fantastic. But if come January, when we get, I think it's a proposed 3% pay raise this year, come January, if you give yourself a 1% TSP raise, you initiate that in December, so it takes place in January, you'll still get a 2% raise. Now, the other 1%, one of those 2% will probably go to taxes, and then the other 1% is a legitimate raise in your paycheck. So it's a way to give your current self a raise and your future self a raise, and then you don't notice the loss of the money. Same thing like for me, going over 18 years, that pay increase was, I think it was like $150 a month pay increase. Well, putting an extra 1% to my TSP out of that 150 is still going to leave me with like $100 pay raise per month, which is nice. So you still get a raise, but you also don't feel the effect of that extra 1% going into your TSP. Now you say, hey, that 1% really isn't going to do much. But if you start doing this when you're really junior. All right, if you're the E3 watching this right now, you know, January you get an opportunity to give yourself a 1% raise, and then you take the March exam and you pick up E4. So now, you know, let's be realistic, you'll probably get paid in December. So you pick up E4 in May, and in July you go over your 2-year mark or your 3-year mark or your 4-year mark, and you get a raise. So now you did 1% in January, you do 1% in July, then you do another 1% when you get paid for E4 now in December, and then you do another 1% in January when we get another pay raise in going into 2022. So now in 1 year you've increased your TSP by 4%, and then you take the March exam for E5 and you pick up E5 again. So now come December of 2022, you bump it up 1% more for the E5 pay raise, and then January of 2023, another 1% for the pay increase. And here you are, in 2 years, you've increased your TSP by 6%, and you've still gotten raises in your paychecks every month, and you're putting substantially more money into your TSP. And the more money you can put into your TSP at a younger age, the better off you will be forever, ever. All right. I wish I could have gotten those 5 years back. I wish I could have done this when I was in E3 back in 2002, 2003. It's really hot here in Southern California today. It is muggy and hot, but I wished I'd done that. I really wish I'd done that. I'm glad I started doing it around 2007, 2008 time period, and it's paying its dividends right now. And realistically, you can do this almost forever, because even as an E7, for me to max out my TSP, like to hit the 19,500, I would have to be putting like, I think it was like 42%. I've got a video, I'll link to it right here, of what it takes to max out your TSP in 2020. I think I have to put like 40%, 38% of my pay to max out. So you would never hit that if you followed this. Even over a whole 20-year career, you would never hit 38%. Nor would I tell you to put that much money into your TSP of your pay. Although if you can max it out, fantastic. So that's the one thing with your TSP that you absolutely should be doing, even if you're putting your money in the wrong place. And again, my firm belief, you should be C, S, and maybe a small portion in the I. Big percentage of the C fund. Next big chunk is the S fund. Small percentage in the I fund. So there you have it. I appreciate you for tuning in. If you've made it to this 8.5-minute mark, please, you are dedicated. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. And I'm sorry it's been so long in between content. Trying to get remotivated and doing those things that had me on track last year. So thank you for tuning in. Do that 1%. Bump your TSP every chance that you get a pay raise. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.